Next category, we have projection. So projection selects, projects, and transforms elements in a collection. Okay, for example, we have example 6F. Okay, in example 6F, we have an array of decimal type. So this is decimal type. Okay, now what's the difference between a decimal and a double? Decimal can store numbers with a very high precision compared to a double. So normally decimal is used in the banking and financial sector. Okay, for us to actually assign a certain number as decimal type, we must actually put, you see, an M as the suffix. Okay, at the end of the numbers there is an M. So if we do not have this M, it will automatically become a double. Okay, so let us have a look at our Visual Studio. Now here we have three values. We have three elements within this decimal type array. And what we are trying to do is that we are going to actually convert this number to another number. Now in the first one, we have I use result 1 and result 2. I store this in a view bag that I can pass the value to the view later on. Now we have numbers dot. Okay, now the command for projection, we use select. Okay, select means that we want to change from X to Fx. Fx is another one, a different value compared to X, meaning that the value changes. So here we have X lambda, meaning that X, it will change to, okay, here we have, this is actually a mathematical method of function within .NET. We have math.floor. Floor is a very specific method. So what does floor do? For example, if we have 3.14159, so floor will take this as, what is the floor? Is 3. The 3. Okay, meaning that the highest value of integer but lower compared to this particular number. So which is a 3. We have another one, a ceiling. Okay, a ceiling is 4. A ceiling means that the lowest integer value but higher than this particular value, which is 4. So here we have math.floor, which is within this argument we have an X. So meaning that we have X, for example, let's say we take the first element 3.14159. So this is 3.14159. It maps to, meaning that it changes to what? It changes to, this becomes a 3. So that's why we use select here, meaning that the value changes. Okay, the second one we have X, which is this value. Okay, we have this lambda maps to, or it changes to. So what's the value of the ceiling? The ceiling is 4. Okay, the ceiling is 4. So if we go to our view, so this is view. So we use a for each. We have var x. Okay, we can actually use a decimal here. Okay, if I want to, I can use a decimal because x is type decimal. Because this is a decimal type array. But I can also use as a var. Var can be used for anything. Okay, whether it's integer, is a string. Okay, so or even is within a list based on the class, we can use a var. So here we have viewback result 1. Here is viewback result 2. And if I am to run this, okay, you will notice that yes, it displays the floor values and the the elements within the array. Example is example 6F. this is also projection. In this example, we want to use a one-dimension integer array and link to display the sine, cosine and tangent values for 30, 45, 60 and 90 degrees. Now, the difference between this example and the previous example is that here, from one value, we want to project or to generate multiple values, meaning that we have from 30 degrees, we have sine 30, cosine 30 and tangent 30. You see, from one value of x, there will be multiple x's here. So in comparison to the previous example, in this example, we have, when we do a floor, we have x element, it will map to only one element, which is also x related, but it does not branch into multiple elements. This one, it actually projects multiple values from just one element. Okay, so for the purpose of this, we need to create a class. Okay, now for example, this sine, cosine and tangent and angle, this is related to triangle. So what we actually do is that we create a class triangle. So let us have a look at our Visual Studio. Now, this is the class. So I have created the class triangle. So this is in the model. Okay, within these properties, there are the input and the outputs. Okay, now this property, angle, this is the input. So meaning that the input is the angle, the 30, 45, 60 and 90 just now. Okay, now the next three properties, this is the output. The output is actually the sine, cosine and tangent. So here I use an integer because I assume that all the angles are integer value angles. So but if you want to use, there is a decimal place, so you can use a double. Now for the sine, cosine and tangent, so this there will be decimal places, so we will use a double. Okay, first we create this particular class. I give this name triangle and there are 4 properties, and once you have done this, remember to build the solution. Okay, now let us have a look at our controller. So now the angles, I store this in an integer array. So the name of this array is angles, and the values are 30, 45, 60 and 90. Now as a projection, so I am storing this in this view back. Now this is the name of the array, angles, just now. Now similarly for projection, we use the argument in this bracket is different because we are using a class. So how we do this, that we have x, this is x, okay, this is x, lambda maps to, it changes to what does it change? It changes to, actually we have angle, sine, cosine and tangent. So here we need to use a constructor of the class. So this is a new triangle. Okay, new triangle. So this actually, we can actually put this as a constructor, or if you don't want, you can put it like this, but this is also correct. This is actually the complete form. We have new triangle, this is the constructor. Okay, there is an option here. So we have this is actually the curly bracket, whereby for each row, okay, this is one row, we have angle, this is the property name, equals to x. So meaning that angle becomes angle equals to 30. Now for sine is the property equals to, okay, now here there is a built-in method the method for sine, we have sin. Okay, now here the angles, okay, we cannot actually convert 30 directly, but we need to change the type, okay, to what we call a radian. Okay, this is radian. For those who study mathematics will know the radian type. So degree to radian is that we need degree multiply with, this is pi value. So this, there is a constant within the math class, math.pi. It will return the pi value, and we divide by 180. So 180 is actually the total size, the total angle in a triangle. So it must be 180. So this is, we convert this, we have cos, we have tangent. So this is actually what happened is that it will take each of this x value and replace here, and this will go for each row. So there will be 4 different rows. Now when we return view, how do we display? So this is the view. So I'm displaying this within a table. Okay, similarly this is the header. Okay, and this is hard coded. We have angle, sine, cosine, and tangent. And for each row, so I use for each, we have var x in viewback dot result. Okay, so to be safe, I just use a var here. And you can see that how we display, we use x dot angle, x dot sine, and here this is just formatting. We have cosine and we have tangent. Okay, you are using a viewback. Okay, here we do not pass using a model, so there's no model definition here. Now the disadvantage of using a viewback is that if you type dot, it will not list an option. So if you use model, it will display an option for you to choose. But if viewback, there is no option, so you have to know what to type. Okay, so here, if I am to run this, okay, you will notice that this is in the form of a table. Of course the table is not quite pretty, but this is the correct value, and this is, for example, angle 30, sine for 30 is 0.5, sine for cosine for 30 is 0.866. Okay, now you will notice that there is the tangent of 90. We have a very large number. This is actually in the real sense, tangent 90 is infinity. Okay, but however, there's no infinity in this particular, because we are using a double type. So this is the largest value that you can get from a double type, but the actual tangent 90 is actually infinity. There's no value. Okay, this is infinity.